Hey, what's going on, everyone? It's Kyle Henderson of BamaInsider.com, back with some more Alabama Crimson Tide football highlights. Jalen Waddle getting you going, and as we get going, hit that thumbs up button. That really helps our channel grow, helps our channel get out to other Alabama Crimson Tide football fans. Here we go. Footage of the wide receivers to start out with, and you got DeVonta Smith catching a dart from Paul Tyson to the outside. You got more footage of the running backs. There's Najee Harris and Brian Robinson. These guys are always working with Charles Huff. Charles Huff, probably one of the most underrated coaches in America right now, doing such a great job for Alabama, not only in the backfield, but also on the recruiting front. These running backs do a great job. As we've talked about, Brian Robinson coming back with so much experience. You got Najee, you got Trey Sanders, and a lot of those young guys that we really haven't seen footage yet. So Alabama, if you're out there and you're watching, our fans want more footage of the running backs. We need Jace McClellan. We need Roydell Williams. So please hit us up, and Kyle Edwards as well. Here's Najee Harris. Najee Harris, by the way, has a special feature coming out called The Campaign. So definitely try to watch that. I think it premieres on September 6th. When we get more info, we'll definitely drop that somewhere on our channel. All right, you got Xavier Williams. This is another wide receiver who's trying to get onto the field for Alabama this year, kind of in that second tier group. A guy that's been here for a while, has a lot of talent. I think he just needs the football, right? A lot of these guys are unproven, some of these younger guys, but that doesn't mean they're not talented, as we've spoken about before. Carl Tucker, Alabama's grad transfer tight end. Here he's making a lot of progress. And this is a guy who, as soon as he learns the terminology, he's going to be very good. He's a big, beefy tight end, probably going to be utilized as a blocking tight end, I would assume. Speaking of blocking, you got 80 pounds. Obviously, Alabama likes to show footage of him because he's a monster. And then you have another monster at the other tackle position, which is Alex Leatherwood. Both of those guys 6'7". So when you think about Alabama's offensive line, especially the tackles, note that the tackles are each 6'7", which, it could matter if you're a quarterback back there trying to see over those tackles. More footage of the offensive line. They're working with Kyle Flood. There was Evan Neal. One guy that I'm really hearing great things about besides Landon Dickerson, and there's Emil Ekiyor, number 55, is Javon Cohen. He's a guy who's a freshman, just arrived at Alabama. There he is, number 57. So, I think Alabama has obviously a very experienced offensive line going in there. That was Deontay Brown, number 65. Number 75 is Tommy Brown, number 71. That's Darian Dalcourt. So they have an experienced offensive line, but those guys underneath them, that second level, they're also very talented. So don't be surprised next year if Alabama doesn't lose a beat in terms of talent at the offensive line. Guys like Tommy Brown, Amari Kite, definitely going to hold the rope when it comes to offensive line production. Who's going to be the center this year for Alabama? Is it going to be Chris Owens, one of their veterans? Is it going to be Emil Ekiyor? Is it going to be someone else? I know that they're kind of rotating. All right, this is never before seen footage. Seriously, Ty P. Ryan right here, walk-on last year as a punter. Is he going to be the punter, or is it going to be Will Reichard? Played in 5 games last year as a freshman. And I say never before seen footage because we've never seen footage of the special team. So what you're seeing right here is a novelty. So thank you very much, University of Alabama, for sending us B-roll of the special team. So a lot of guys coming back for Alabama, and people want to see production, especially with the kicking game. So Will Reichard coming back, looks like he could be the guy along with Ty P. So keep you posted on that. Alabama will have a scrimmage on Saturday. You also have Dylan Moses, of course, leading that defensive front. So much talent on the defense. I cannot wait to see what these guys do on the field. And I continue to hear great things about Will Anderson, Alabama's true freshman at the outside linebacker position. Look for him to get onto the field sooner than later. He's been doing a great job working with the twos behind Chris Allen. So outside linebacker to watch, definitely William Anderson. More defensive footage continues. We got Shane Lee, played in so many games last year as a true freshman. I think he started every single game last year, so he certainly returns, and we'll see what he does this year in 2020. There's Chris Allen, looks primed and poised to be one of Alabama's top outside linebackers this year for the 2020 season, along with Ben Davis. Is this going to be the year where we see Ben Davis really rise up and earn that outside linebacker position? Those are their vets. We've talked about it several times before. There's Ben Davis right there, right out of Gordo, Alabama, and he's looking good. So we'll see what he can do. But this guy, and when you look at guys who need to get after the quarterback, you certainly need Chris Allen to be that guy, considering that Alabama lost Terrell Lewis and Anthony Jennings. So all eyes on Chris Allen, all eyes on Ben Davis. Let's see what these guys can do going into the 2020 season and see what they can do on Saturday during Alabama's first scrimmage. So Sal Sinceri is certainly going to give these guys every opportunity to earn that starting position. There's LaBryan Ray right there leading the defensive lineman along with Byron Young. You don't hear a lot of Byron Young's name a lot, but I mean, he's a sophomore, and then you have Ismail Sopsher, who's a redshirt freshman. He's down from 334 pounds to 310 pounds. So talk about a guy who took things serious to get into right shape that he needs to be in to contribute this season in 2020, because Alabama needs DTs. Look at LaBryan Ray. My goodness, he looks shredded. Number 18. Fedarian Mathis, number 48, looks primed. He's a veteran. You have Kristian Barmore, number 58. You have Justin Ebogbe, number 92. Byron Young, number 47. All those guys look fantastic now working with first-year defensive line coach Freddie Roach. There's another shot of LaBryan Ray, really the leader, I think, of this defense, along with Dylan Moses. So those guys, coming back for this season, certainly monumental. How about this? Number 11. This is a first glance at Kristian's story. He's a freshman from the state of Alabama. Looks very good. You also have Jordan Battle, played a ton as a freshman. Should be starting this year as a sophomore, which is amazing. You also have more footage of the defensive backs and Josh Jobe getting some work in. He's another guy that people have high expectations for as well. There's a good shot of Josh Jobe, and certainly Josh Jobe's been working out with David Ballou. Kid is absolutely shredded. A couple more clips before we round it up. There's Eddie Smith, number 15. He's a safety for Alabama in his second year for the Crimson Tide. We'll see if he can get on the field. There's a lot of guys competing for that safety spot right now, at least at the 2 position. Another shot of Kristian Story, one of Alabama's very talented secondary players. And, that's kind of a wrap on today's footage. Stay tuned as we have more footage coming your way from Alabama's first scrimmage, which will be on Saturday, August 29th. Big day of coverage. Please hit that thumbs up button. We appreciate you guys being here and subscribing to our channel. From Tuscaloosa, Alabama, this is Kyle Henderson of BamaInsider.com.